Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Niku Ashe. Um, and we're gonna talk about The Artist's Way, Week 5, Recovering a Sense of Possibility. Today is April 13th, Sunday, April 13th. It's been a minute since my week 4 update, and that is because week 4 was so moving for me that I said, I'm going to finish this film that I've been working on for so long, and I'm going to submit it in a week because I just wanted to give myself that. That was something that I did for myself, and I made it. It happened. I hit the deadline. I've been working on it with friends, and I'm really proud of the result. And I'm just proud that I'm able to put that um, to rest, and I could give it to the world and people can have their experience. And at the end of the day, the people that I made it with, shout out to Ari Cooper, shout out to Brooklyn Crawford, shout out to Ava and Dorshell. Yes, I'm acting like it's my acceptance speech. Um, they all helped me get it together for this, like, it's been like 5 years. So week 4 was very moving for me, and I was able to get a lot of just motivation and discipline from it. And because of that, it kind of derailed my process with this. So, week 4, we did the reading deprivation, right? And we did the film, You and I. Right. Um, and it made me go, okay, I need another week to get this film done. And I'm not going to do the week 5 just yet. I'm going to give myself like another week so I can restart the way I wanted to, because I wasn't really doing like the artist dates religiously. There was a lot of things I wasn't very religious about or on top of, and I wanted to make sure that I could start week 5 like fresh, clean slate after I released the film and it's there and I did what I said I wanted to do. And I don't know, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud. It's one step towards many other steps, and I'm just so glad that week 4, recovering a sense of integrity, brought that out of me. And I think in the last video, I said that I realized like integrity was just in me, rooted in doing the things that I want to do the way I want to do it. Like, spoken like a true Sag, but at the same time, like, that's true. Like, that's the only way things make sense to me, and the way that I could be proud and move forward if it's the way I feel like my vision is telling me to go. So getting into week 5, recovering a sense of possibility, and I chose this week to kind of restart and give myself time before getting into it, because I knew it was going to be very powerful. I knew it was going to be transformative. I knew that I was going to get a lot out of this week simply by the questions she was asking in the book. Um, and essentially, I feel like the assignments of this week, which included, having conversations with God, having conversations with yourself around the different lives you envision yourself having, the different things that you envision yourself owning, um, all of that. So was was definitely going to bring me to a good place. I think those assignments are really made for you to challenge your ideas and limitations that you have, not only around yourself, but around our source of creation, our source of inspiration. Um, and I think that, yeah, these assignments were very helpful. The visualization exercises, at first were a little tough for me because, you know, I'm pretty sure when she wrote this, it was like before everyone had, I don't know, smartphones. So a lot of this is like physically uh vision boarding. And I never really was into vision boarding because I don't have old magazines that I want to cut up. Anything old that I have that's like paper is kind of important. Like I don't really keep too many miscellaneous papers that I could just like cut up and not be like, "Ooh, should I cut this up or not?" Um so I decided to do digital assignments this week. So that really helped me because the physicalness of the assignments were kind of a block for me. Um, so digital over the physical, if you're having that block too. Um, and I wasn't experiencing a lot of like, I'm hopping around, I'm all over the place, but it's fine. This is for you, Niku. This is for you. But yeah, the assignments ultimately were very helpful. Once you start to get into the practice of vision boarding, just the practice of collecting a bunch of images that you like and that you see yourself in, I think is one of the most powerful, like, manifestation visualization tools. Um, and yeah, in the book, there is a section of this chapter called the virtue trap. Now, this was a very important section for me. And this section talks about sort of the act of appearing virtuous, all to just avoid choosing your artist, choosing yourself as an artist. Because it's so easy for us to deny that part of ourselves and be like, no, I'm not going to spend 8 hours today working on this thing that I really want to work on because I know my friends are going to want to hang out and I know people are going to need this and I know someone might need a volunteer for this, or I know that, there's so many ways that we are aware of each other. And sometimes there's a lot of ways, especially if you are socialized as a woman, especially if you are socialized to shrink yourself. There's so many ways in our daily lives that we shrink ourselves, especially in to deny our artist, that we kind of use, and it's a virtue trap. Whew, I just remember being in that deeply, like, and it's mostly because like it's we want people to have positive experiences with us. We want people to have fun experiences with us. But your artist your artist is also a full blown person with their own universe, and they also need us to tend to their needs. And sometimes that means we can't tend to everybody else's needs. Sometimes that means we can't really waste time acting like we care or we're engaged in something that we're really not. Um, and that was powerful for me because I think that there's just sometimes a fine line with the rhetoric, um, especially in my community, of just like showing up for others and like being there for others and you want to be a good friend, you want to be a good community member. As an entertainer, as a facilitator, I want people to have good experiences when they come into spaces that I'm in or I'm leading. And sometimes we feel like that means we're available all of the time and like we're giving ourselves to others all of the time. But sometimes that actually means making hard decisions for yourself because you know it's going to be better in the long run. Like, y'all don't want me to get stuck in the virtue trap because that is just only going to make me more frustrated overall. I want people to choose their artists. I want to choose my artists. I want others to feel confident in choosing themselves. Like, the world would probably run a lot smoother if people actually were more connected in choosing themselves and what they needed when they need it, um, and not expecting others to do that work for them. And sometimes when you're an artist and you want to be giving something to the public, you can get caught in this trap. That's what I gathered. And I believe that was it was definitely shifting for me in a lot of different areas of my life, like shifting my perspective and really colored in a lot of my decision making. And whew, I really wanted to take a true week, a real week, to really download everything that I was experiencing through week 5, recovering a sense of possibility, which it's amazing how possibilities open when you stop making yourself responsible for other people's happiness or comfortability or anything. You can't be responsible for anybody. You can't. You just can't. Can't do it. Um, and being responsible for yourself and your happiness and your artist is actually the most responsible thing you could do for everybody else, because no one wants to take care of me. They can't. They don't know what's in my head. We only know what's going on with ourselves eternally. Like, come on, week 5. Week 5. I loved it. I was able to do my artist date. Um my artist date this week, I went to Michael's and I had me a good old time at Michael's, and I spent too much money on beads and accessories, and I'm like, I want to make myself some earrings, and I kind of just went shopping. But I want to get into it. I have to make time for that. I have to make time for that. Um I think also my artist needs to like watch 10 episodes of Voltron and vibe out in my bed sometimes. And that's what I do too, for my artists. Like, it's crazy how after like maybe just like a marathon of watching television, suddenly I have like ideas for like my next film and this and that. And like I have like more energy to expel info. So yeah, that's good. Do your artist dates. Have time for yourself to explore and do whatever. Um, and I think overall, recovering a sense of possibility for me was about understanding that the fact that there's a chance. Everyone has a chance. There is a chance that it could happen for you. There is a chance that it could happen for anybody. And it is amazing to even have that chance. It's amazing to have a chance to have a chance, right? Um, and living in that idea makes me feel a lot more unlimited supply of everything, an abundance of ideas and creation. And yeah, the next week, week 6, is recovering a sense of abundance. So she ate that, like how it flowed. I did this last week. How it flowed from one week to the next. Um, and I think that also just taking time allowed me to be just gentler with myself in this process. This is shadow work ultimately, and shadow work, what I realized for myself, it's like you do the shadow work and then the results come up when you're listening like a few days later. Um, and that's also amazing with the combination of like the morning pages. You get to really feel all this stuff coming out later, um, after you do the work. And I want to see if there's anything else I wanted to say. hmm hmm I think ultimately what I learned this week, in culmination with week 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, um, respect your artist. Respect your artist. Respect yourself. And that is the way that we push forward. I feel like sometimes we can get into this mindset of like, you're treating your artist as if it's here only to work for you. And no, your artist wants to feel safe and free and rest. Your artist needs everything that you need. Um, and when you're taken care of, the possibilities become endless. So, wow. Thanks for watching.